Welcome to Bollywood Deep Dive from IndiaReview.com, your daily Bollywood news. Let's get into it. And let's start with something genuinely joyful, shall we? Because the Sangeet photos and videos from Akanksha Ranjan Kapoor and Sharon Sharma's wedding are just filling up every feed. They absolutely are. It looks like it was the party of the year, and right at the center of it all was, of course, Alia Bhatt, who is Akanksha's best friend. Best friend duties were on full display. She danced to Mahi Ve from Kal Ho Na Ho. And look, if you're gonna pick a Sangeet song, that is the one. It's legally mandated, I think, at this point for a certain generation. It's a core requirement for any wedding celebration. The energy was incredible, but she wasn't the only one taking over the dance floor. We have to talk about Karan Johar. Oh, we absolutely do. He recreated Salman Khan's iconic towel dance from Ji Mein Hen Chardin. The commitment, the sheer audacity and joy of it, you can't help but smile. It's one of those moments that's just pure, unadulterated fun. It's not about a perfect performance, it's about celebrating your friends and having a blast, and that really came through in all the clips. It reminds you that underneath all the glamour and the big movie star personas, these are just people celebrating their friends getting married, and they do the same silly, wonderful things everyone else does. Exactly. It's a little dose of happy, which is a lovely way to start. But from that celebration, we do have to turn to a more somber note. The industry lost a true titan this week with the passing of legendary singer S. Janaki at the age of 88, an absolutely monumental loss. Her voice was a thread woven through decades of Indian cinema across so many languages. The tributes that have been pouring in are a testament to her incredible impact. They really are. Kamal Haasan shared a very emotional tribute, calling her voice immortal. And when you think about her body of work, that's exactly the right word. These songs will live on forever. Chiranjeevi also shared his memories, and it's a reminder of how she shaped the sound of an entire era. For so many actors, her voice was their voice on screen. It was an integral part of their performances and their careers. Boney Kapoor also paid tribute, and what I find so moving is how everyone is celebrating her contribution, her legacy. It's a moment of profound sadness, but also immense gratitude for the art she gave us. It is. Over thousands and thousands of songs. It's a staggering contribution to our culture. A true legend, and she will be deeply, deeply missed.
Absolutely. Her music is her legacy, and what a powerful one it is. Now, shifting gears to the box office, which has been telling some very interesting stories this weekend. Let's start with the big one, The Mall 4. The Mall franchise is just critic-proof, isn't it? It just does its thing. Day 2 saw a massive 50% jump in collections. It exploded on Saturday. It's Bollywood's third biggest first Saturday of 2026. After a decent opening day, it scored well over 20 crore net on its second day. People just love this world. It's comfort food cinema. You know what you're getting with Ajay Devgan, Arshad Warsi, Ritesh Desmukh, and the whole crew. It's slapstick, it's chaotic, and it's clearly what a lot of people were in the mood for. You can't argue with those numbers. The audience has spoken, and they want more The Mall. It's a testament to the power of a successful franchise. And speaking of power at the box office, let's talk about Akshay Kumar. Welcome to the Jungle is on its 16th day, its third Saturday, and it's still pulling people in. It had a 60% jump from its third Friday to its third Saturday. That kind of staying power is impressive. It just beat the lifetime collection of Rowdy Rathore. Wow, Rowdy Rathore, that's a huge benchmark. So it's set to enter Akshay Kumar's top 10 highest grossers in India. This film has just had incredible legs at the box office. It does. It found its audience and they have stuck with it week after week. It's a solid hit. It really is. And it's not just the Hindi films that are making waves. The box office stories from the South are equally, if not more, exciting. Let's start with Samantha. Her film, Ma and T. Bangaram, has crossed the 100 crore mark worldwide, which is a huge achievement in itself. But the fact that she's celebrating this massive success while also expecting her first child, it's just wonderful. The pictures of her beaming with joy are so lovely to see. It's a fantastic milestone for her, both personally and professionally. A true superstar moment. And then you have Ram Charan's Petty, which is also doing consistently well. The day-wise collections show a steady run. Akhil Akineni's new film, Lenin, is also on a record-breaking path. It saw a 14% jump on its second day and is now headed for his biggest opening weekend ever. That's huge for him. After his biggest opening day, now his biggest opening weekend. That's the kind of trajectory every actor dreams of. The momentum is clearly with this film. It really is. And we also have to mention Gata Kushti 2, starring Vishnu Vishal and Aishwarya Lakshmi. It's on its 9th day, had a superb second Saturday, and is apparently just a few lakhs away from entering the safe zone.
I love the box office terminology, the safe zone. It sounds like a level in a video game you have to unlock. It really does. But it's great to see a film like that, which is maybe not on the same scale as a Petty or a Lennon, still find its footing and get so close to being a clean hit. It shows a healthy, diverse market. Completely. But for every film that explodes or finds its safe zone, there are others that are having a bit more of a complicated journey. Which brings us to Alpha, starring Alia Bhatt and Sharvari. Yes, so on one hand, the film crossed the 50 crore mark on its 9th day, which is not nothing. It's on the verge of entering the top 10 grossers of 2026. But on the other hand, the headlines are all about its struggling and declining collections. The narrative around the film seems to be a bit negative, despite it hitting a significant milestone. And that narrative is having a ripple effect. This is where it gets interesting, because Alpha's performance has brought an old report about Alia exiting Nitesh Tiwari's Ramayana back into the spotlight. Right. A post has been circulating online claiming that Alia stepped away from Ramayana because she was concerned about the box office prospects of another mythological or historical epic, especially after Alpha's performance. It's such a classic example of how the industry rumor mill works. A film has a slightly underwhelming performance, and suddenly it's used as a retroactive reason for a casting decision that was probably made months ago for a dozen different reasons, like scheduling or creative vision. Exactly. It connects two dots that might not even be on the same page, but the story is compelling, so it picks up steam. It's a tough spot for any actor to be in, where the performance of one film is used to speculate about their choices for a completely different project. It really is. And it just shows how much pressure is on every single release. Meanwhile, some other films are facing a much clearer, tougher reality at the box office. Like Prithviraj Sukumaran's film, I Nobody. The reports say it's struggling and heading for a disappointing opening weekend. The word of mouth just doesn't seem to be there. That's always tough, especially when you have such talented actors involved. It's a reminder that star power alone doesn't guarantee an audience. The film itself has to connect. We saw that with Manoj Bajpayee's film at Governor as well. It has officially ended its theatrical run at just 5 crore, and it's been declared a flop. Despite the initial curiosity around it, it's a financial thriller, a great actor, but it just didn't land. The box office can be a very unforgiving place.
It can be. But let's move from the box office to something a little more glamorous. How about a reunion at Wimbledon?
Oh, I loved this. Priyanka Chopra and Lara Dutta together again. It was so lovely to see them. Priyanka posted a picture saying, "So good to see my girl."
It immediately took everyone back to 2003 and their film Andaz, which also starred Akshay Kumar.
What a debut that was for both of them. They won the Filmfare Award for Best Female Debut together. It's amazing to see their journey since then. Two global stars just catching up at a tennis match. It's fantastic.
It's a really sweet full circle moment. And from one reunion to a union. The talk of the town has been Amir Khan's third wedding. And of course, the commentary that comes with it. Shekhar Suman had a particularly memorable take on it. He did. He compared it to a political alliance, calling it a triple engine and a Mahagathbandhan.
You have to laugh. It's a very specific brand of humor, but it's just so typical of how the public and even other celebrities react to these big personal moments in a star's life. Everything becomes a metaphor.
Everything is content. But it seems to have been taken in good spirits. It's a joke from one industry veteran to another.
And speaking of industry relationships, there's a lot of buzz around Jim Sarb and Zoya Hussein.
Yes, they made their first public appearance together at the premiere of The Odyssey, and the headlines are all asking if they've made it official. The classic coordinated red carpet outing. It's the modern-day version of carving your initials into a tree. If you show up to a premiere in matching color palettes, the speculation is confirmed. Those are the rules. They've never confirmed anything, but this has certainly sparked a lot of excitement. They looked great together.
They did. It's always fun to see new pairings, both on and off screen.
And on the topic of on-screen, we have some very exciting new trailers and announcements to discuss. First up, the official trailer for R. Madhavan's new film, GDN.
Ooh, this looks intense. Madhavan is in this incredible phase of his career where he's just picking these powerful, transformative roles. The trailer also features Satyaraj and Priyamani.
It looks like a gritty, high-stakes drama.
Dharma Productions is behind it, and it just has this feeling of a very polished, compelling story. I'm really looking forward to this one. Me too. Madhavan just brings such gravity to the screen these days. And then in a completely different kind of project, Alia Bhatt Productions has announced a new film.
Yes, this is fascinating. They're partnering with Kabir Khan Films and an Australian company to make Silk Yara 41, which is based on the Uttarakhand tunnel rescue.
Wow, that was such an incredible, dramatic, real-life story. That rescue mission had the whole country holding its breath. It's a perfect subject for a film.
It really is. It has everything. Human drama, incredible tension, heroism. With Aamir Khan and Kabir Khan involved, you know they're going to approach it with a lot of detail and respect.
It's part of this trend of adapting these major national news stories into feature films. When it's done well, it can be incredibly powerful. I agree. We also have a release date for a film that's been in the works for a while. The Madhavan, starring Siddharth Malhotra and Tamana Bhatia, September 25th, 2026. They released a new poster, and it continues to look very mysterious and intriguing. It's described as a folklore fantasy, which is a genre we don't see a ton of, so I'm curious. The poster has a very atmospheric, almost magical quality to it. It's good to finally have a date to look forward to, definitely. And another interesting pairing is in the works with director Malab Zaveri, who has cast Aditya Roy Kapoor in his next film.
And get this, he described the film as a violent, musical, romantic drama.
That is a genre description and a half. A violent musical? What does that even look like? Are they fighting in harmony? Is there a choreographed knife fight? I have so many questions.
I know. Zaveri said he wants to cater to both the masses and the classes, and apparently, a violent musical romantic drama is the way to do it. You know what? I'm here for it. At least it's not boring. Aditya Roy Kapoor in that kind of a world could be really interesting. It could be. Let's shift from future projects to a few look-backs and reflections from industry veterans that have been making the rounds. Okay, let's start with a sweet one. An old clip from Coffee with Karan resurfaced where Akshay Kumar revealed that his first ever celebrity crush was the legendary Sridevi. It was a great moment. He was on the couch with Twinkle Khanna, and he was almost a little shy admitting it. Karan Johar immediately pointed out that he actually did a movie with her, Meri Bivi Ka Jawab Nahi. Can you imagine working with your first celebrity crush? It's a cute, humanizing little story. A good reminder of the fan that still exists inside every big star. Absolutely. And in a more philosophical vein, an old video of Javed Akhtar has also gone viral. In it, he's praising Hindu culture for its openness and its ability to encompass diverse beliefs.
It's always interesting when these older interviews find a new life online. His words on the tradition's acceptance of different ideas seem to really resonate with a lot of people right now. It speaks to a certain timelessness in the message. Similarly, a quote from Salim Khan has also been shared widely, where he highlights the difference between being straightforward and being offensive. Frank nahi ho, aap badtameez ho, was the gist of it. He was talking about that fine line between candor and just being rude. It's such a sharp and necessary observation, especially in an industry and a world that can sometimes confuse bluntness for honesty. It's a very thoughtful point from a man who has always been known for his sharp wit and wisdom. He is a master storyteller, and that extends to his observations on life. It's a great piece of advice. It really is. We also saw some thoughtful reflection from director Imtiaz Ali. He was talking about his film Man Vapas Anga and pushed back against some trolls. He shared a really emotional point about how Indian Muslims proved their patriotism by choosing to stay in India during the partition. He was connecting it to the themes in his film, and it was a very powerful and personal statement. It was. It's always significant when a filmmaker opens up about the personal reality and the emotional core behind their work, especially when it touches on such sensitive and important topics. And speaking of creators clarifying their intent, director A.R. Murugatos also spoke up about his past films with superstar Vijay, like Katti and Sarkar. Right. He made it clear that those films were not made to serve any political aspirations Vijay might have had.
Which is an interesting thing to have to clarify. It shows how closely an actor's on-screen persona, especially when they play these crusading anti-establishment figures, can get conflated with their real-life ambitions in the public eye, especially in the South, where the line between cinema and politics has historically been very blurry. It's a fascinating insight into the pressures and perceptions that surround a big star and a big director. It really is. It's a whole different ecosystem. Let's round things out with a few quick hits from across the industry. First up, the celebrity real estate market is buzzing. It seems to be. Salman Khan sold an apartment in Bandra West for 3.5 crore, which he had originally bought for 2.88 crore back in 2015.
A nice little profit, but Arshad Warsi might have made an even better deal. He sold a shop in Lokhandwala for 6.25 crore. He bought it in 2012 for 2.12 crore. Wow, that's a significant return on investment. Good for him. Clearly he has a knack for real estate.
It would seem so. And in the world of endorsements, two of the biggest names in the business have new campaigns. Hrithik Roshan is the new brand ambassador for Nissan India, specifically for their new Tekton SUV.
That feels like a perfect fit. The sleek, powerful car and the sleek, powerful movie star. It just makes sense.
And Amitabh Bachchan has joined Policy Bazaar as their brand ambassador. He's headlining a new campaign to encourage more people to invest in health and term insurance.
Again, another perfect fit. His voice carries so much authority and trustworthiness. When he tells you to think about your family's future, you listen.
Exactly. It's about leveraging that persona for a message of financial security. Smart branding all around.
We also got a little peek behind the scenes of Gum Master G9, with Upper Shakti Khurana teasing his rugged villain look.
He looks great. It's exciting to see him take on these different, more intense roles. He's such a versatile actor.
And finally, just a quick note for people looking for something to watch on streaming. Ikka, starring Sunny Deol and Akshay Khanna, is now on Netflix, and it's being recommended for anyone who loves a good courtroom thriller.
A great cast. Definitely one to add to the watch list. There's always something new to discover.
Always. From wedding dances to box office races to brand new trailers. It's been another packed week.
It never stops, and we'll be here to break it all down again tomorrow.
Can't wait.
Headlines to Heartbeats Tuck. You've been listening to Bollywood Deep Dive from IndiaReview.com. Come back tomorrow. Namaste.